Alright, we're back on a scavenger hunt for parts. So I found a nice, valuable little bag full of stuff here. Got another Timken bearing to use. We need one of those for sure. Yep, that'll work. Okay, then some bearing cages for the main bearing. Another Timken bearing in case we don't get that one. Two thrust washers we needed for the crank. So these go on here. Two bearings. Okay, that does not fit. Two bearings. One thrust washer. That'll work. So we'll use the one. They eliminated one of the washers. Good, they leave me two. Got a snap ring to hold it on. I'll need some bearings to go on here and make sure it fits the case. So that'll be the next problem. Okay. We don't know what washer we need between that spacer, so we'll have to figure that out too. Doesn't really matter if it's too loose. We'll just grab a nice generic one. I'm thinking of 5. Got a lot of them. Start with something. Okay, let's see. Has this crank got holes in it? Good. It's got holes in it just like S&S's do. Stands over there. Ugh. It even fits. Okay, don't forget your washer. Case. Let's see. Yeah, it's not really going to rotate, so we don't have it on it. Can't rotate. And I'm going to use this bearing because it's right on top. My tool still works. I didn't hurt it too bad. Oh, my leg hurts. I don't know if you can see me or not. A little tight. Got another problem. I put 2 rods in one hole. That's a problem. Okay. So we got 2 issues. We got the rod in one hole. 2 rods in one hole don't work. Doesn't take 2 in one hole, so that's going to be a problem. Crank's a little tight. Another problem. I'm going to put this in the press over here. I got to press it back off. Right here. Jack that all the way up. So I gotta put the flywheel, put the whole thing in there, press out the crank, put it back in the stand, and do it again. I'm gonna up the thrust washer by 3 thou. That'll be pretty close to what we need. All right. At least I got 2 motor mounts to grab hold on this motor. Unlike the last one. Yeah, we knew that wasn't going to happen first shot. Been lucky if it did, but oh well. Where's the damn hole? Spread the rods this time. If you pre-spread the rods, you won't forget. Okay, this is what, a 5? 5. No good. Let's see, we've got a bunch of next. 6, 7, right on. 8, we have almost nothing. 10, we got a lot of 10s. I'm thinking 10 might be the number. So it doesn't matter if it's too long at this point or too wide. Doesn't matter if it's too tight either. It's not like we're running it. Yeah, we'll see what it takes. What the hell? How many 9s did I have? 2, not enough to worry about. We're running out of these things. Okay, so we're going to try 10. That's 5 thou up. That'll increase by the in-play by at least 8. That ought to make it really loose. One rod per hole this time. Try something different. Broken in now, it goes down easy. Damn, that's just about right. It's actually tight. Oh, it's got clearance in there. Or does, no, it doesn't. It's much more than that. Definitely close though. It's rotating freely, but it has no in-play. Or side play in this case. So we'll take at least a 13, 12 or 13. Probably 13 because you want to have it really loose for a race bike. Okay. Make room for this big thing over here. Mock-up motors for today. Yeah, we're on 13 hours now. All right, been here for a while. now we get our main bearing figured out. So I got some nice rusty wheel bearings. They're new bearings, but they got marks on them. Acid etching, pitting, whatever. So you can't run them on a crank, they'll come apart, but a low RPM wheel, they'll last forever. Or at least about as long as anything else. Okay, I'm just going to put every other bearing in here. I don't need to have all of them in here for mock-up. So every other bearing is fine. These are standard, so it should be nice and loose, I hope. If it doesn't fit, we're going to have a problem. Okay, that's it. Let's take these, slip them over here. Case down. Camera's pretty low. Okay, now we just put this case up on there. See how the bearings feel. They are very loose. So we know it's oversized. The left bearing should be this loose too, which it is not. So we're going to put the snap ring on so the bearings stay in the case. They're going to fall out. It doesn't really matter if this is loose for mock-up, it don't hurt anything. That feels good. There. Found a nut to go in here. Protects the threads if nothing else. Alright, we have a problem. Doesn't fit. That will keep it from going together tonight. Or this morning. This is morning, not night. It's 3 o'clock. See? Yeah, there we go. It's 3 a.m. See? Okay, so we have an in-play issue. So the case is not going together correctly. See the gap we have here? So I don't know what the problem is. It's going to keep it from locking the motor up, at least all correctly anyway. And the scheme of this thing, it doesn't really bother me because I'm going to make this thing a lot wider than what it needs to be already. So if nothing else, probably the thing to do is just make it wider now. So tomorrow I'll probably put some nuts in here and put a few bolts to hold it together in that wide condition and see what happens. What the hell. So right now I'm not sure what the problem is. Let's see if you can feel anything in there doing this. Hey, it just fell in. There's a mark now. My guess is up at the top of the case is hitting. There it is right there. They didn't clearance it for the big stroke because this is a short stroke motor. So it's hitting, crank pin is hitting right here. Right up on the top edge. Okay, so I'm going to go on back. I'm going to grind that away and then we'll be good to go. Alright, we'll be back. Okay, this is where I butchered the case. So I ground that out right there. Hopefully that's enough. And I have no qualms about modifying a historical motor like this because I'm a racer. We modify everything. We don't care. If it goes faster, it's worth it. Still hitting on something in there. Yeah, I didn't go enough, I guess. Yeah. It's hitting more than I thought it was. It's hitting way down here. Alright, we're going to have to cut that out more than what we had planned. Alright, I'm not going to do this by growing. I'm going to cut this in the milling machine and do it correctly. There's no reason to butcher this thing and not do it correctly. Okay, so that's going to be it for tonight. We'll conclude this tomorrow. I'm leaving chips on my motor though. Alright, so it's getting there. Yeah. The other option is to leave it there and not worry about it. Have to figure how much it's really hitting. It's hitting quite a bit. Alright. The other option, like I said, is to space it out a little bit right here. Instead of grinding this all out, cutting it out, I can go ahead and space the case apart a little bit because I'm going to run them apart. I'm not going to run them together. So I put an 1/8 of an inch washer in here. It'll shim it out a little bit and it'll be fine. So maybe I'll just do that. Then we have to cut the case. Yeah, we'll figure out. I'll think about it, figure it out tomorrow. Alright, that's it for tonight on this one.